I was really happy to find these. These are normally in the $5 to $10 range, even in poor quality, I feel like. So here's Welcome back to today's video of my Lexington Comic Con massive comic haul. I am the Dollar Bin Diver, and as the name suggests, I hunt for comics in dollar bins, 50-cent bins, and really any kind of discount bins. Today, as I said, continuing this massive haul, and starting off here with Marvel's Greatest Comics. I'm actually having to voice over this because my mic did not work the first time, but I'm going to try to highlight these as best as I can. Marvel's Greatest Comics there, as you can tell, are reprints of some of the early Fantastic Four comics. Some of those issues that are way out of the price range of a Dollar Bin Diver. What is this? Doomsday +1. Nice. I wish I would have taken the time to tell you the number, to figure out the numbering on which of these reprint. I know the early issues, I was able to find quite a haul of these. As far as these reprint titles go, I did really well at this Comic-Con. I think in the last video I got to show off some of the Marvel double feature that reprinted several of the Tales of Suspense. What is this one? Very cool cover there with the thing being captured, I guess. I don't know. What is this? By Ben Betrayed. These I'm really excited to dive into these. Oh, and I believe one of these I actually got twice. You will be seeing that here soon. What is that? The Sizzling Action Issue. That'll be a fun one. Yeah, but these reprint some of those early issues of Fantastic Four, and for me, this is a great way to get to read those stories in print. Worlds Within Worlds. Nice, cool little cover there. Has Galactus as well. As you can tell, some of these are reader copies. There's a reason I got them for $1 or 50 cents at this Comic-Con, but finding so many, especially in the same little area of that run, was just great for my collection. Again, I don't know as many of these early stories, so I'm hoping I get to dive into them soon. Oh, there we go. That one was so nice that I had to grab it twice. Alright. And it looks like a lot of my issues were in the 50s and 60s of this run. I need to go back and look and see what numbers of the original run that this run actually reprinted. You don't hear about it as often, but there are still some great stories within this run of Marvel's Greatest Comics, and so many I actually don't recall how many I got. There's an awesome cover there with Doom in the background. That's a little more of an iconic cover, I do believe. But then again, any cover with Doom is a great cover, right? Alright, I think I'm actually getting near the end of this run of Marvel's Greatest Comics that I was able to grab. Like I said, it looks like almost some consecutive issues there in the 60s. And there's one more awesome Doom cover, right? So I am voicing this over. I don't remember all the things I had planned meant to talk about initially, but just excited to show off some of these comics. These, even though these were reprints, were originally printed quite a while ago. I believe many of these were the 70s leading into the 80s. Alright, but at this Comic-Con I didn't just get some old reprints, I did get some newer comics as well. Here we have Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 1. This is from Donny Cates' run on Guardians. As if you've watched any of my videos before, you probably know I've become a big fan of Donny Cates and his work. I believe this run of Guardians I've almost completed at this con from Dollar Bins. For me, that's always fun. And that issue 1 there, I might have already had it, but that cover is so awesome I couldn't pass it up. Alright, looks like I was able to find issues 11 and 12 as well. And I believe that only kept me with 1 or 2 issues I was missing from this 12-issue run. Awesome covers there. I believe Donny Cates brings in some really cool characters, highlights them well, and just kind of wraps it up in a good story there, doesn't he? Alright, let's get set up here with the next comics. Alright, continuing on with that theme of Donny Cates. Here we have Thor. I believe that is issue number 3, highlighting that battle between Thor and Beta Ray Bill. I won't spoil it, but it was a fun little story in there. It was neat to see some things that might have happened too. And of course, this being a sideways cover, that's always fun too, right? Alright, let's get it straightened up here. I believe I have a few more Thor to show off from this run. And that is issue number 4. Awesome cover with Galactus and Thor fighting. And I believe issue number 15, a little later in that run. This con was a great time to find some earlier issues in this run that have been more difficult to find. That issue in 3 and 4 were really pleasant surprises for me. Issue 15, that's just cool with Cap there. And I believe here we have a issue of Venom from Donny Cates' run on Venom. That run I am not close to having completed in print, but I did read this whole run on digital and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to have it in print and reread it that way. And as well, here we have issue 34, nearing the end of his run on Venom. I believe that Legacy's 199. And speaking of newer writers that I've really enjoyed, here we have Al Ewing on the Immortal Hulk. I actually found a really good chunk of this run at the Comic-Con for $1 each. I was really pleasantly surprised about that. Here we have issue 0. I figured if I'm get the run completed, why not go ahead and get issue 0 as well. I don't think I have started reading this too far, just the first couple issues that I've collected. This I was able to find several issues in the middle and near the end of the run. As you see there, we have some issues in the 20s. What is this? Wanted, Bruce Banner. Graffitied Hulk smash. And these covers are actually really cool. The story, the first couple issues that I read, I really enjoyed. And I'm just moving along here. Issues, was that 33, 35, 36. Nice little consecutive run of them in the 30s. And then I believe in the 40s as well. And some of these covers are really cool. Of course, there were some variants in there, as well as the A covers, if you may. I actually don't remember what this one was. I had to open up and look. I believe I have them in numerical ordering right there, though. Neat little cover. Not my favorite, but it's different, right? But yeah, a really good chunk on this run. I'm excited to have it completed and give it a good read. I believe I have at least one more from this run to show off. There we go. Hulk and the Thing. I really enjoy the way they did detail on the Hulk on this cover, and this being issue number 41. I know some people may not like that style, but it takes a lot of work, and I do appreciate that. Alright, I knew I had a few in the 40s. There was issue 41 and issue 42. Of course, some of the characters on the covers kind of spoil some of what happens in the story and who's in it, but that's okay. I'm still going to enjoy the story regardless. And awesome cover there. That's a fun cover. And what is this? Yep, so some consecutive issues there in the 40s. 44, I believe it was. 45, 46, 47. And I found all of these for $1 each, I do believe. Oh, that's a cool cover. Is that 48? This was one of my favorite finds. I found a short box from this one vendor, and a good chunk was this Immortal Hulk run, I feel like. There's issue 49, and that is where the run ends that I was able to collect. I actually have issue 50 now that I'll show off in a future video, but I did not get it from that vendor. Yeah, the Lexington Comic Con felt so much more like a comic collector's con. But now back to my original audio. Alright, moving on here. War Machine, issue number 23. I have kind of sporadic issues of War Machine. Especially do not have many past issue 20, so this was a cool find. Okay, and earlier in the run is issue number 13, which I was missing from what I did have. Okay, awesome little cover there. Gunship, the one-man airborne armada. Alright, here we are back to the Incredible Hulk. This is, let's see, the 16th annual. Wow. Lifeform, part 3 of 4, plus 3 special stories featuring Doc Samson and the sensational She-Hulk. Moving on though, here we have Immortal Weapons. This is part 2 of that 5 issues limited series. I believe it was the run started by Brubaker of the Immortal Iron Fist that this 5 issue run comes from, or it breaks off from. Those characters were introduced. This was, I believe, the issue I was missing, or if it wasn't, it was nice to pick up for $1 even. Here we have though the Silver Surfer, issue 66. But You Can't Leave Me, You Can't. Featuring the cosmic power of love and hate. Alright, here we have the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is it, Spidey goes cosmic. Now the strongest hero in the Marvel Universe. The Trapster really chose the wrong time to pick a fight with greater power. Very nice. This is issue 158. That was actually filling in a little gap for me. Here we have a Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man, issue 279. An awesome black suit cover there, I think. Spidey definitely looks better than the Fire Lord. Alright, here we have a Web of Spider-Man. Maximum Clonage. This is part 2 of 6. This is issue 127 in that run. Death by Punisher. Alright, since I had issue, or part 2, I figured why not grab this Spider-Man part 4 of 6. Especially for $1. 1,000 clones. Okay. Here we have Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Alpha. Let me adjust my angle here a little bit. There we go. You can see a little bit of the foil without messing up too much the glare. Okay. Web of Spider-Man, issue number 5, Ock Triumphant. Here we have issue number 7. The Incredible Hulk has spotted Spider-Man. Cancel Christmas. Alright, and then we have Web of Spider-Man issue 76. Part 2 of 2. Spidey and Silver Sable must battle the terrors of today. Alright, and also had, almost mixed it up, issue number 62 of Web of Spider-Man. The Molten Man is back. Alright, a single issue of Spider-Girl, the daughter of the true Spider-Man. Issue number 5. I believe I have issues 2 through 4 perhaps, so that'll go along with them pretty well. And jumping over to Spider-Man from McFarlane's run, or at least the run that he started. This issue, Deathlock in Solo, and a strange change in Spider-Man. I'm all for it though. This is Revenge of the Sinister Six, Part 4. Alright, later in that run, here we have Spider-Man, issue 57. Okay. I'm going to jump over to the New Avengers Illuminati, issue number 1. This is Secret History. Alright. And just an awesome cover. I'm all for that. Alright, here we have Darkhold, issue number 15, Siege of Darkness, Part 4. Alright, let me pull this stack of books off of the table while I get the next ready. Oops. While I do that, if you haven't already, give me a like and subscribe to the page. Next up, I have The Vision, Chapter 4. I actually have issue number 1 and 2 of this. I believe it's a 4-issue mini run, so this was a nice find. I've yet to find issue number 3, or Chapter 3, out in the wild, so one day. Alright, here we have Dreadstar and Company, fabulous first issue. I was actually hoping to make my way over to Jim Starlin, who is at the Lexington Comic Con, and I did not have any good books for him to sign, but finding this in a dollar bin in the same, building, I guess, as him, I was hoping to get him to sign that, but I never made it over that way. There were so many vendors this year that I was not able to hit up every dollar bin and make it to the authors in the same day, and that was my only opportunity this year. So I chose a long box of awesome comics over getting a signature, but hopefully next year I can have my opportunity, and I'll save this comic for that. Maybe I'll even have another one. Alright, let's move on though. Ooh. As you can tell, not all these are bagged and boarded yet. Here we have Avengers West Coast Annual from 1990. This is The Terminus Factor, Part 4 of 5. War of the Gargantuans. Or Gargantuas. Alright, here we have Avengers West Coast Annual from 1992. Assault on Armor City, Part 2. I believe I have... Oh, and this is guest starring Darkhawk. I believe I have the Darkhawk Annual for this event, and I believe I have Iron Man's event. Iron Man's Annual, it is, for this event. I think I am missing one other, and I cannot recall right off which it was. But, continuing with the annual theme, here is Web of Spider-Man, Hero Killers, Part 3. From 1992 as well. And inside Venom Part 3. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm excited to give it a read. That is one thing I enjoy about these annuals. They're usually larger books and more story per book. Alright. Here's another issue of Silver Surfer that escaped me earlier. This is issue number 82. Who can stand against the power of Tyrant, Gladiator, Terex, Morg, Ganymede, Jack of Hearts, Bedrebill, Silver Surfer? Not. Alright. Now, moving back over to Avengers. This is Marvel's 100-page monster. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This is issue 48 of Busiek's run. And this finds itself as legacy number 463. I have no idea what is going on in the story in this, but it being a 100-page monster, I could not pass it up. Alright, let's move on though. Here we have Secret Empire, number 9. I have this run almost completed now, and I think I enjoy the cover art for pretty much every issue. I may have had this one already, but I know I did not have this cover, so I had to grab it especially for $1. Alright, moving on to one of the few DC books I got. Here is Batman 0 Point Fortnite. This is issue number 1. I do have the free comic book day of this, which basically prints this issue. But as a completionist, I had to have issue 1 to actually have the run completed, right? So now I believe I do have that run completed. 1 through 6, I guess it is. Alright, moving on to, I believe, maybe my last title. But I have a massive haul of these, I feel like. This is the Defenders. And finding this many Defenders, even though some are fairly low quality, quite reader copies, I was really happy to find these. These are normally in the $5 to $10 range, even in poor quality, I feel like. So here's issue number 38, as well as issue 41. Awesome cover there with them. Was that Starhawk and Doctor Strange stuck in some cube? Gonna have to check it out. Oh, here we have issue number 9. That's probably my earliest issue of the Defenders I have now. Look out, Iron Man. Hawkeye's got friends. Alright, a little later in the run now. Here we are. And I may be jumping around some. Here's issue 79. Here's issue 75. Pull the last of these out. Okay, I might be doing a little bit of a countdown now. Here's issue 73, Shadow of the Wizard King. Issue 63 of Defenders. Our Defenders, and new slug it out to the finish, Tournament of Heroes. Okay, right there we have issue 62. Awesome cover with everybody on it, basically. Here we have issue number 58, At Long Last, the Return of Doctor Strange. Issue 55, yes, I believe I am unintentionally doing a countdown here. Issue number 48, some markering there, as you can tell. What is the secret of Scorpio? That's just some awesome cover art, I feel like. Very beat up reader copy, but for $1 I cannot complain. This is issue 44 though. Helpless before the strangest power of all. Okay, issue number 42. Rhino, Solara, Egghead, the deadly new emissaries of evil. Okay, issue number 40. I'm not sure what's going on here or what secret lurks behind the mask of the assassin. I do enjoy the artwork in this though, obviously. Again, another beat up, torn cover, ragged edge, but story is intact. I'm getting some consecutive issues here. Alright, my last couple issues. Here we have issue number 33, Havoc is the Headman. Alright, my last issue for today's haul. Issue number 30 of the Defenders, Trapped in the Frightful Field Theater of Fear. Alright, normally I would put up my stack of comics to show off, but this time I have over a short box. So perhaps I will just put up a clip of that short box filled with comics from the con. Alright, well, I thank you for watching my video, and hopefully if you made it to the end, thank you, and hopefully you enjoyed this comic content. If you enjoyed my content, please check out my other videos, and thank you again for watching. Have a great day.